Today we're going to go on a Pablo Escobar tour. So we're going to go see what he was up to. We're going to go see his grave site where he was killed. I don't know, all the things related to him. And yeah, it should be a fun day. So we'll go check it out.
Medellin, a city once synonymous with fear and violence, now full of life and color and rhythm. But behind the skyline and the smiles lies a history that changed Colombia. This is where one man's dream and obsession with power rewrote the destiny of a nation. Pablo Escobar was born in Rio Negro in 1949 and rose from the petty crime to build the Medellin cartel, once the most powerful drug organization in the world. At his peak, he controlled most of the global cocaine trade, earning billions and shaping Colombia's history through violence and corruption. We will make the first stop, the Virgin of the Mystic Rose.
This right here is the Hail Mary of the Mystic Rose. It's where a lot of the people who were, the cicadas, the hitman would, pray before.
They'd be like, oh, please God, please let my bullets hit my enemies and their bullets will miss me. And because of that, the shrine got the informal nickname, the Virgin of the Sicarios. It's reported that his hitmen visited the shrine before missions, asking the Virgin's protection, or afterwards, if the mission was successful, to give thanks.
This right here is Inflection Park. So this is a memorial park, and it's special because this is where Pablo Escobar used to live.
This was once the site of the Monica building, Pablo Escobar's family home and cartel headquarters. In 1988, it was bombed by a rival cartel, marking one of the bloodiest chapters in Medellin history. The building stood for decades as a dark reminder of that era.
Now it got knocked down in 2019, and now there's just a memorial. So the memorial here, it shows all of the people who died during the Narcos killing. So on the other side of the wall, they have a list of all the bombings and attacks that happened. And then here they have, actually, let's get a little closer. They have a hole, kind of looks like a bullet hole for every single person that died in the killing. So right here, you can see the hole, and there's about 46,000 people, but the numbers are not entirely well known. So it's somewhere between 46,000 and 100,000 people that died between the years that Pablo Escobar was active. And it made Medellin the most dangerous city in the world at the time. Now it's a lot safer, but at the time it was pretty crazy. Pablo Escobar would give $1,000 to $5,000 for every police officer that somebody killed during that time. And in the 80s and 90s, that was a lot of money. That was like a year's salary.
To some local people in Medellin, Pablo Escobar was seen as kind of a Robin Hood figure. He built homes, schools, and soccer fields for the poor, earning loyalty from communities that felt forgotten by the government. But behind those gifts was power and control. His generosity brought silence, and his empire was built on fear. We visited a soccer field he built.
Right behind me is the sports complex that was built and paid for by Pablo Escobar. So it was the very first sports complex in Medellin with lights. So you guys see the lights. That's what Pablo Escobar bought and paid for. So yeah, this is it.
There's even a Pablo Escobar museum run by his brother, Roberto. Inside are personal items, photos, furniture, even Escobar's bullet-riddled car.
We are going into the museum. Pablo used to own some hippos.
His hippos. He brought a few from Africa for his private zoo at Hacienda Nápoles. After his death, they were left to roam freely, and now dozens live wild across Colombia. What started as a symbol of his wealth has become somewhat of an ecological challenge, you may say.
This was Pablo Escobar's safe. He used it to store documents about politicians that he wanted to blackmail. Looks like it was bulletproof.
Oh yeah, it is. It's so strong.
Wow.
Wow.
And this was the plane used to train the pilots who were smuggling drugs. Actually, the flight simulator. This was Pablo Escobar's bike. So he made it to confuse the police. So check this out. On this side, it's a red bike. But on this side, it's a black bike. Pretty confusing, huh? I know. Just too much drug smuggling.
On December 2nd, 1993, Pablo Escobar was finally tracked down by the Colombian police in Medellin. After a long rooftop chase, he was shot and killed, ending one of the most powerful and violent empires in modern history. Today, his grave rests quietly in the Itagui cemetery, a simple stone that draws thousands of people every single year.
This is it. Pablo Escobar is buried, well, 6 feet under my feet. It's just literally right here. So, yeah.
Today, Medellin is not defined by its violence, but by its transformation. Comuna 13, once one of the most dangerous neighborhoods, is now covered in street art, music, and hope. Locals use graffiti to tell their stories of loss, of resilience, of rebirth. It's a living museum of what Colombia has overcome. We visited there and included scenes in the previous video. Please check it out. As I walk through Medellin today, I can't help but wonder, what would Pablo think if he saw this now? A city once ruled by fear has transformed into one filled with color, creativity, and life. Maybe that's the real story here. Not about a man's rise and fall, but about a city's rebirth. If you ever get the chance, come see it for yourself. Medellin isn't just history, it's hope. And honestly, it's one of the most inspiring places I've ever visited. That's all for today. And if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Next time, we're heading to Peru. Cusco, that is, a city of ancient stones and sacred mountains. Stay tuned for the journey.